Hola, bienvenido a mi canal. Suscribirte y dar like si os gusta el video. Hello, welcome to my channel. Subscribe and press like if you like it.
Welcome back to another video for the Gese 3, and today we are going to talk about prepositions of time, specifically telling the time with prepositions. So, let's get started. First, we're going to draw a pyramid that's upside down. So, let's see. Okay, so all right, so maybe it's a little bit lopsided, but that's okay. All right, great. And now we're going to go ahead and divide it. Actually, let's make it a little bigger on the top and a little smaller on the bottom. Great. And let's go ahead and give it a color. Okay, so let's go ahead and put maybe red up on top. Okay, maybe not that. Let's see, that's because we are missing a point here. Great. Now we can go ahead and change it. So red on top. And let's go ahead and put yellow in the middle. And let's put green on the bottom. Okay, to give us a nice wide color range to work with. And let's go ahead and put the words in blue. So, with prepositions of time, we've got 3 different types of prepositions. We have in. Okay, that's one of them. We have on. That's another. And we have at. Okay, so when we're looking at this, this one is used for bigger context. Bigger context. This one is used for more specific context, more specific context. And this one is very specific. Very specific context. Okay, so for example, let's change colors so that we can see it really well. All right, so if we're talking about bigger, let's go ahead and make a line here. Another one here. Maybe we'll go ahead and make a line here too. Just in case we need the space. Okay, so if we're talking about bigger, we're talking about that we may use it for centuries, to talk about centuries, to talk about decades, to talk about years, months, weeks, to talk about seasons, periods of time, holidays, and parts of the day. Parts of the day. Okay. For example, if we talk about centuries, we might say the 1800s, actually, let's go ahead and write the whole example out. We might say in the 1800s. If we talk about decades, we might say in the 60s or in the 80s. If we talk about years, we might say in 2000 or in 1970. Okay? So if we talk about months, we might say in June, in January. If we talk about weeks, we might say something like in 5 weeks or in 6 weeks. All right. And if we talk about seasons, we could say in summer, in winter, okay. And if we talk about periods of time, we might say in the present, in the past, or in the future. Okay. So if we talk about holidays, we might say in the Christmas holiday. See if I could put that a little closer. Holiday. Okay, good. And if we talk about parts of the day, we might say in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. But we have an exception. So we have an exception. We don't say in night or in the night. We say at night. We say at night. Okay. So now let's talk about on. So on is a bit more specific. It's not so general. So when we talk about on, we put holidays with the word day. We talk about days of the week. We also talk about dates. We talk about specific times. And specific days. Sorry, I meant specific days. We also talk about time. And we talk about day plus part of the day. Okay, for example, holiday plus day, instead of saying in the Christmas holiday, we would say on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day. And when we do days of the week, it would be on Monday, for example, or on Friday. When we talk about dates, we would use this maybe with ordinal numbers. So on the 25th of December. Okay, great. So if we would talk about specific days, we might say on my birthday. On my birthday. That's a specific day for me. So if we were going to be talking about time, we could say on the weekend. However, we can also say at the weekend. On the weekend or at the weekend. Now, if we're going to talk about day and part of the day, we could say, for example, if we look at here, Monday, we could say on, let me change color. Okay, we could say on Monday morning. On Monday morning. Or we could say on Friday afternoon. Or evening. Okay, and that brings us to finishing on. So now let's talk about at. Okay, great. So at, we use it to talk about hours. We use it to talk about hours. We also use it to talk about parts of the day. Parts of the day. We also use it to talk about time and holidays without the word day. So without the word day. Okay, great. So when we talk about the time, we say at, and we need to put a time. At 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. Or at 6:30. At 6:30. Okay, we talk about parts of the days. We might say at noon or at midnight. Okay, so noon is 12 o'clock p.m. and midnight is 12 o'clock a.m. Okay. And if we talk about time, we might say at the moment. At the moment. Or at this moment. At this moment. And if we talk about holidays without the word day, we might say at Christmas. At Christmas. Or at Easter. At Easter. Okay, so just to review the holidays, when we talk about in, we say in the Christmas holiday. And we talk about on, we say on Christmas Day. And when we say at Christmas. And for today, that is all. I hope this helps you understand better how to tell time with the prepositions in, on, and at. If you like the video, press like and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.